students, a very good morning to you. How are you? I hope you all okay. We have completed our syllabus of your class plus 2 or 12. So on your demand, I am going to again teach you chapter 8, that is human health and disease. As you know, if health is affected from any disease, there are so many causes and so many medicines, so many preventions. So in this chapter, we will able to know what are its causes, who are responsible for causing disease in human beings. So let's understand first about Hippocrates. As you know, Hippocrates is known as father of medicine. Hippocrates is known as father of medicine. Here I want to tell you another thing, that according to early Greek thinkers, they thought that a person having a hot personality. Having hot personality means the person having high fever. So that person, we can say, in past when there is no more discover of medicines or invention of medicines, many people died from this disease, that is called black bile, or the person having hot personality. So here I am going to tell you what are the reasons that one person's health get affected. So what is the definition of health first? How can we define health? Remember, health is a condition of mental, physical and social well-being. Health is a condition of mental, physical and social well-being. It means when we will say that a person's health is either good or not. So first, the definition of health. Health is a condition of mental, physical, social well-being. It means a person should not be mentally disabled, or he should not suffer from mental disorders. Or next, physical means not suffering from any disease like headache and any other injuries, etc., etc. Then social means, as we are social animals, as we are studying about biology, so we can say ourselves as animals. So being social animal, we have some responsibilities towards the society. That's why we are using or we are following the rules of society. If one person will not follow the rules of society, then we will say that person is a mad. So that's why here is called social well-being. If one person's brain is not properly work, then we say that he is a mad person or he is mad. So the health defines itself is a condition of mental, physical and social well-being. Clear, students? So here let's see which factors affect health. So the factors affects health. As we know the definition of health, the factors why we fall ill. What are the reasons behind it? So the reasons may be, first reason, genetic disorder. Genetic disorder. I will explain it later. Second cause is your lack of exercise. Lack of exercise. Third reason is our lifestyle and food habit. Lifestyle and food habit. Clear, students? So let's explain how they are affect our health. Like your genetic disorders. Genetic disorders means you have studied in evolution, heredity and evolution, that when one disease transferred from its parents to their offspring. So here genetic disorders cause due to transformation of disease causing characters from parents to their offspring. So here I can say you, if one's parent has cancer, there are so many probability that the child or their offspring may suffer from that disease. That is called genetic disorder. We can take here another example of diabetes. As we know, diabetes is a endocrine disorder, means hormonal disorder. This disease may transfer from one generation to another generation. So we can say that genetic disorder is also a cause for affecting the health. Clear, students? Next, I have told you lack of exercise, lifestyle and food habit, and we can take here another example, another point, that is infection. Infection is also another cause for affecting health. Infection means the disease which spread from one person to another person. Suppose I am suffering from cold, and if one come in contact with me, that person may suffering from cold. So this type of infection or this type of transmission of disease is called infection. As you know, now COVID-19 is affecting so many people. So here COVID-19 we can take as example of infectious disease. So this is also a cause for affecting our health. Next is lack of exercise and our food habit. As we know, we are so modern and our lifestyle and the way of living is so high. That's why we are using to sleep at late night and wake up at late at in the daytime. So they are the reasons, and taking so much fast food, avoiding the traditional normal healthy food. We are not using to eat boiled food because they are not tastier. You also using eating chow-meins, burgers, pizza, etc., etc. They are affecting our health. They affect our digestive system, they decrease or they minimize our immune system, due to which we can simply so easily fall from any disease. So these are the points which affects our health. Again I am repeating this. Factors affecting health means which are the factors that are affect our health. First is your genetic disorder, second is your infection, third is your lack of exercise. As we know, if our sleep-wake cycle is not proper, then we have no time to do exercise, and we always make excuses that we have no time to do exercise, we have no time to do exercise. That's not the proper reason to make oneself healthier. So we have to use exercise regularly, otherwise we will affected from many diseases. Next I have told you that lifestyle and food habit. As lifestyle means making parties for late night and taking so much fast food, they also affect our health by affecting our digestive system and other internal organs which are so much vital for us, like kidneys, livers, etc., etc. So let's next study how many types disease is divided. In how many types disease is divided. So I think clear, students, this topic. Let's move to another topic, that is your disease. As we here explain about health, so let's explain about disease. When we will call that person is suffering from any disease, means if he is not feel well, both mentally, physically. How not feel well? Suppose we have a headache. If we have headache, the headache is in the head, but still we are not able to do any work, because as we know, we are working by the help of hand, or I am teaching you through my mouth, and here my brain is also used. If I have a pain in my leg, then I will unable to teach you, because due to one organ the whole body get affected and affect my profession also. If one person getting ill regularly, then he can't do his job or can't do his duty properly. So how can we define disease? So we can say that disease is broadly divided into two types. Disease is broadly divided into two types on the mode they are transmits. So one is your infectious disease and another is your non-infectious disease. Clear, students? One is your infectious disease and another is your non-infectious disease. So what are the reasons for this infectious and non-infectious disease? As we know, the major cause of disease for this infectious and non-infectious disease is pathogens. Pathogens means, you know what is pathogen? Pathogen means microorganisms. Microorganisms means those organisms which we can't see through naked eye. That's why they are called pathogens or microorganisms. You think if an organism which is not visible, that will completely affect our health and make us disease. Clear? So, infectious disease is caused due to pathogens or microorganisms. Clear, students? So, let's take some examples of infectious disease and non-infectious disease. And how can we define the infectious disease? Infectious disease are those diseases which transmits from one person to another person, like your common cold, then your typhoid, TB, tuberculosis, etc., etc., HIV, AIDS. These are the infectious diseases, and non-infectious diseases are those diseases which remains only in that person. Suppose for cancer, we can take example of cancer. And how we will define it? The disease which will not transfer from one person to another person. That the example we can take is your cancer. Clear, students? So, next, the causes of these disease, or as I have told you, pathogens are main cause for causing any disease or main reason for causing any disease. So, what are those pathogens? In how many types they are categorized? Clear? So, the pathogens may be bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoa, helminthes, etc. Clear? I have told you here the pathogens are responsible for causing disease. So, the pathogens may be bacteria, virus, fungi or fungi, you can say it, protozoa, helminthes, nematodes and many other organisms who are responsible for causing disease. Means they are called pathogens. So, in this chapter, we will study about different type of disease which caused due to bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoa, helminthes in details. So, let's start some common disease in human beings. Our next topic is some common disease in human beings. I think this topic is clear. If any doubt, then you can contact me and ask me your queries. So, students, let's see common disease in humans. Common disease in humans. So, what are the common disease through which disease we are getting ill, fall ill? Normally, when we ask you why you not come to school yesterday, your reply, ma'am, I have a headache, ma'am, I am suffering from fever, ma'am, stomach pain, ma'am, indigestion. Am I right? So, they are caused due to pathogens, and those pathogens may be bacteria, virus, protozoa, fungi or fungi, whatever you can say it, are responsible. So, let's see which common disease are caused by bacteria. First, we will study about in common disease in humans, that is bacterial disease. Clear? Bacterial disease. In bacterial disease, as we know, many diseases are caused due to bacteria. So, what are these diseases? Let's take example from bacterial disease. Your first bacterial disease is typhoid. Typhoid. Then your pneumonia. Pneumonia. As you are studying biology, normally many words started from P pronounced as N, means its spelling is Pneumonia, but it is pronounced as pneumonia. Clear, students? So, bacterial disease is typhoid, pneumonia, then dysentery. Dysentery means which is your called loose motion. Dysentery. Then you know about plague, that caused due to biting of rats. Plague, then your TB. TB is also caused due to bacteria. These are the disease. In this chapter or in your class 12, we will study about these two diseases, that is typhoid and pneumonia, along with its causative organism, its mode of transmission, its vector, how can be it cured and how can we prevent it. Okay, so let's start from the disease, that is your typhoid. I will teach you about complete about typhoid. Typhoid. Clear? Have you ever suffered from typhoid? What happens in typhoid? I have suffered many times. Because in typhoid there is a low fever always remains in the body. Headache occurs, loss of appetite, sensation of vomiting, unable to work, and hair fall also a major problem. In severe cases, it's the fingers and nails, lips turns to blue in severe cases. If it is not treated at a proper time or in a proper time, then it may be vital. It may be fatal, means deadly. So let's understand about the disease typhoid. Remember one thing, I am here teaching you a trick to remember all the characters of any disease. Suppose for example, first let's see causative organism. Causative organism. Here causative organism is, you say, bacteria. So what is its name? Do you know? Its name is Salmonella typhi. Salmonella typhi. Clear? As it is the biological name, so I underline separately the genus and the species. Here Salmonella is the genus and typhi is the species. So causative organism is bacteria and that bacteria is called Salmonella typhi. Then vector. Vector means, as we are studying about disease, so you must have to know about vectors. Vectors are those organisms who carries the disease causing microorganism. Let it write vector. Vector means those who carry disease causing microorganism. Disease causing microorganism. So here the vector is housefly. Clear? Here the vector is housefly. Next step you should be use here mode of contamination. Mode of contamination or mode of transmission. Mode of transmission. Its mode of transmission is through contaminated food and water. Contaminated means contaminated food and water. So contaminated means when any substance get contaminated by microorganisms or pathogens. Okay students? So contaminated food and water are the mode of transmission. Then its causes. What are, its symptoms. Do you know what is symptom? You have to familiar about these terms because you are studying human health and disease. And in future, some of you may be a doctor, so this will help you to study in higher classes or in higher studies. So symptom. When you go to the doctor, first doctor asks you what happened. Tell me the symptoms. Means in Hindi we can say it as lakshan, symptoms. So what are the symptoms? You normally said I have a headache, I have a feeling sensation of vomiting, I feel sensation of feel of stomach, means no mood to take food, I have a pain in stomach. These are the symptoms. When you say the symptoms, doctors write the prescription about identify the disease and write the prescriptions and you take the proper medicine for that disease. So here, what are the symptoms of typhoid? As you know, in typhoid, it sustains a high fever. That is the main symptom is sustain high fever of 39 degree to 40 degree Celsius. This is the main cause, and except this cause, so many other causes are also found, means symptoms are also found. Next is your headache. Remember, in all disease we suffer from headache. Then as it is contaminates food and water, obviously stomach pain occurs. So second point you can write that its second symptom is stomach pain or pain in the stomach pain. Next is your feeling sensation or feeling vomiting. Feeling vomiting. Clear? Next, I have told you in severe cases or when the person is so much severe, then what happens? Its intestinal perforances. Intestine means intestine get affected. In severe cases, intestine get affected. So headache, stomach pain, then feeling vomiting, intestine get affected. Clear, students? These are the symptoms. Here I want to tell you a story about Typhoid Mary. He has a restaurant in England, and she herself is a patient of typhoid, and the food prepared by her, taken all those persons are suffered from typhoid. So it is found that more than 100 people are suffering from typhoid who are taking their food from that restaurant. So that's why the lady named as Typhoid Mary, whose original name is Mary Mellon, but he is commonly called as typhoid, or she is nicknamed as Typhoid Mary. So this is all about your typhoid, students. In next class I will teach you about pneumonia.